I'm gonna tell you exactly what to do when a dealership will not give you numbers over the phone or online. If you don't know, my name is Tommy. I've been in the car business most of my adult life, done sales and finance, but now I negotiate car deals. Enough about me, let's talk about numbers. I'm gonna give you the secret sauce for getting anything you want from any dealer, and it's actually just one word. I'm gonna tell you what that one word is, and then I'm gonna break it down. So if you forget anything from this video, all I want you to do is remember this one secret word, which is 10%. Now let's talk about dealerships and numbers. So you have to remember when we're talking about a dealership, their number one goal is always to get you in store. So they're gonna avoid giving you numbers wherever they can. If you've ever seen this channel before, you guys know I preach negotiating online and over the phone. Competition will always drive the price down. There is no better way of negotiating. Now, I know some people say negotiate in store and just keep saying no until they stop. Sorry guys, this is a way more effective effort of your time, energy, and it works more effectively getting a better deal. Competition always makes people go down. But I get comments like this where people say, you know what, Tommy, I'm trying to get a dealership online over the phone and they will not give me numbers. So I'm gonna break down how to do that. Remember that 10%? Let's talk about it. First thing I wanna do is flip the script. I want you to think yourself as a salesperson. Now, if you want the best chance of selling a car, you need to negotiate in store. They make the most amount of money that way and their closing percentage is higher. Depending on the salesperson, some people have 60, 70, 80% close rates when they get somebody to numbers in store. Compare that over the phone where you're gonna see in this comment section on this video, salespeople saying, well, that's not true. I won't even take online people seriously because that's the mentality. Now, what they don't know is their dealerships are antiquated and outdated and the market is going back to negotiating online. Inventory has been so low over the last few years that dealerships can just sit back, relax, and just have people buy cars at MSRP. Those days are going away, and I deal with it every single day. I see salespeople that are acting this way as if, you know what, if you're not paying MSRP, you're gonna walk. Well, guess what? I'm getting below invoice on most of my clients' deals because I'm negotiating online and over the phone, and some dealerships are seeing it and some aren't. And I'll talk about that in just a minute. But the real question is, how do you get these dealerships to actually give you numbers over the phone? So now that we know that they're not gonna wanna give us numbers, we have to learn how to beat them. Remember, negotiation is a game of chess. One side knows how to play. They are blocking us with a pawn, and we have to figure out how to get out of this trap. So we're talking about getting these numbers over the phone. The first thing that I do, step one, is I tell them I'm just not coming in. Hey guys, I'm saying, I appreciate you wanting me to come in. Presence is power. But realistically, I work 16-hour days. Because of that, I don't even have time to call you. I'm doing this all via text. I want to walk in, walk out. I'm talking about 10 different dealerships, and 8 of these dealerships are willing to give me numbers. So if you guys don't, no big deal. And one of two things is going to happen. Either this dealership will say, you know what, they'll start asking some more questions. They'll say, you know what, like, okay, what kind of car, what color, blah, blah, blah. Or they'll say, have a nice day. And that's where the 10% comes in. And I'd like to say that I'm an expert in this field because I negotiate with more dealerships than 98% of people. If you're a salesperson and you're really good at selling cars, you're still living in your own bubble and you're dealing with your own dealership. You're not dealing with anything else. If you're a customer, maybe you buy a car 3 times a year. I'm still negotiating multiple more deals than you. I negotiate with hundreds of dealerships every single month. I've seen every tactic, I've seen every trick, and I've been doing this for a while now. And I can say confidently, this 10% rule works every time. That 10% rule is if a dealership will not give you numbers and you tell them you're not willing to come in and you maybe go through 1 or 2 more no's and they're still not giving you numbers, you walk away because that's a 10% dealer. What that means is that 10% of dealerships will not give you numbers over the phone. It's against their policy. And the reason why they're doing that, remember, we go back to being a salesperson, they make the most amount of money in store. It's not because when you go in there, it's a magical land where they're saving you $10,000 off the car. All you have to do is come in. Nope, it is going to be absolutely dreadful for you to get those numbers. Even if you're able to get a better deal than me, which you probably won't, you are going to fight tooth and nail for that deal. I promise you, you're not gonna walk into the dealership and they say, hey, I'm here, so do I get the $4,000 off? They're like, you know what, you made it in. Here's your golden ticket, you get in. Nope, that's not gonna happen. You're gonna sit back and say, you know what, we have a really good deal. Probably gonna have add-ons, they're probably gonna have accessories. And again, I don't like these kind of dealerships because they're living in the past. Over the last 3 years, inventory has been short, so dealerships have had the momentum and they've had the power. That power shift has happened back to customers. Inventory is hot. There isn't a car in the United States that I feel confident that I couldn't negotiate something off of. Yes, maybe there's a few. Maybe a 911. Those are pretty difficult. I'll say 911 I couldn't negotiate on. Maybe some M series that I couldn't negotiate on. But 99% of vehicles I'm able to get some discount on. I got a Grand Highlander hybrid that I got money off of. These vehicles are becoming more and more negotiable as the inventory is changing. With this 10% rule, if you still, after multiple attempts, can't get a dealership to give you numbers over the phone, and you've told them multiple times, you've shown them a sheet, I would actually show them the sheets that you're getting from other dealerships. If you're still not able to get that, just walk away, because that's a 10% dealer and you do not want to do business with them. They're going to try to do everything they can to make the most amount of money, and there's nothing wrong with that. Again, dealerships are out to make a profit, and there's nothing wrong with that inherently. But what you need to know is that if you put yourself in that situation, you are bound to lose money, or you're bound to not get as good of a deal. I just had somebody put this in my DMs where they said they were going to do everything online over the phone, and they ended up going in the store. They said they thought the price was $28,000 and they paid $34,000. It's because they didn't negotiate online and over the phone. They went into store because they felt confident, and guess what? This is what happens. So if you guys like this kind of content, I want you to like, follow, subscribe. If you guys want more content like this, I want you to put in the comment section below what you guys want to see. If you guys want to see some deals I'm negotiating so you can see what you can negotiate, go over my Instagram. I post a new picture every single month for the month of January, every single day for the month of January, to see what kind of deals you can get. Thank you guys so much for the support, and I got a great announcement coming tomorrow night. So watch my TikTok tomorrow night. I promise you it's one of the biggest announcements I've ever made.